The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
To be there in person and witness the downfall of some fans' dreams while living our own.
Dude, y'all threw me for a curveball, man.
Welcome to the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
We're here to talk about our fucking trip to San Antonio, Texas for the 2023 XFL championship match between the Arlington Renegades and the DC Defenders. We drove 5.5 to 6 hours from our town in Lake Charles all the way out to fucking San Antonio. Stopped at a shitload of Buc-ee's.
Yeah, we stopped at what, 4 of them?
There are 3, but we made multiple stops there and back. But oh my God, look, just the adventure getting there was fun.
It really was. Like, we talked about everything that we were into. Like, it was really nice. Like, you almost wish that we were recording that entire drive, only because like that would have been a super cut of an episode.
Yeah, just having snippets of conversation just mixed in.
Yeah, like it was really nice and really wholesome, and it was really nice because you and I, like, we're both so busy that it's difficult for us to just bullshit. It's sad to say, but 9 out of 10 times when we hang out, it is for this.
Right. And it probably sounds terrible to a lot of people listening, but that's not to say that this is the only time we ever speak, because it's not. We are in constant contact with each other, and it's always like sharing bullshit memes and just being fucking stupid or whatever. But when it comes down to just getting to hang out, not doing this or not working or what the fuck ever, it's like a miracle half the time.
Yeah, like it's half of the time when it does happen, it's after we already recorded and one of us is just like, yeah, you want to go do something?
Yeah.
And even then, it's extremely rare because
it's both late.
Yeah, like we're both at each other's mercy when it comes to like scheduling.
Right, because either I'm fucking working, Devin's fucking working, or like we are both so just beat. We're just like, we'll do it tomorrow. And, and tomorrow becomes like the next week. But we've even like said as much that we're going to try to do more shit like this, like concerts or fucking going to, you know, events like this, because like we have, like, it's almost like we have to make ourselves schedule time off to do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay, well, we're already off now. We may as well take the whole day.
And for me personally, I feel like this is kind of important to mention is, dude, whenever I started coming on here, you know this. They might not, but you do. Your boy was going through it, like massive depression, alcohol abuse, you know, all of that shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a much better place, and it's like I feel good enough to where I realize and recognize that I deserve to go do fun shit.
Yeah, you do.
Like a year and a half ago, I would have been like, damn, it'd be really cool to go to an XFL game. Moving on.
Right, like the thought ends there.
Yeah, like now I, weirdly enough, have the confidence to go. It's really hard to explain. I don't know.
It's not, well, I mean, I guess in a way that people don't understand it, like social anxiety is a fucking thing.
Yeah, and that was definitely a part of it, but I think most of it was just like, I genuinely felt like I didn't deserve it for some reason.
No, man, you fucking definitely deserve this shit. Like everybody deserves time to have fun, time to lay back and just fucking chill and everything. I used to be that way, you know, whereas like I have to earn this. Like, no. You don't have to earn feeling good and being loved and being fucking cared for and shit. And you don't fucking earn that. That's basic fucking human rights, man, no matter who you are.
It's just so weird that I had to convince myself of that. but
I get it, but that is also now here's the funny like flip side of that. That is also the mad Capricorn energy between the both of us. It's like we kind of like are low key. I say low key, like we don't embrace being workaholics. It just fucking happens.
yeah, because I didn't even realize that I was until somebody told me.
That was me, of all fucking people.
You were like, you can sit down at some point.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, I fucking can't. But anyway, like to get to the game or whatever, like it was cool because I remember I was supposed to go to the Vipers game a while back and I fucking had to work that day. Now, when this dude was like, hey, I'm getting us tickets to the championship game, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to come hell or high water. And I mean, it was on a Saturday, but you know, so was that other game. And I couldn't believe it as far as like, this was scheduled way before like the playoffs happened.
Yes.
So neither team we wanted to go went.
No, and what's funny is like one of the teams I definitely predicted.
Oh, for sure.
I knew DC was going to go.
Right.
Except by the time you got to game 5 of the main season, I thought for sure it was going to be Houston Roughnecks versus DC Defenders in the championship.
Right. And it almost was.
Yeah.
But dude, they had a bad night that
They
game.
did. They had a bad night then, and they had a bad night against the Sea Dragons at one time.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Okay, so the division finals, it was in the North. It was DC and the Seattle Sea Dragons, which again, fuck the Sea Dragons. It's fuck the Sea Dragons all season long. They didn't fucking go. I'm happy. I wouldn't have given a fuck. They didn't go. Fuck them.
That's how I feel about DC.
I know, but they fucking went and. But no, we'll get to that because that was actually kind of fucking funny.
DC,
bro, for real. I know a lot of people that like that team are gonna fucking shit all over this.
Here's the thing. I love the fan base. I said it in the line to get to the game.
Dude,
DC,
they've got the most diehard fan base.
I love the fans. I just don't like the team.
Yeah.
I find that their jerseys are overly generic.
Yeah.
They seem very lazy. The logo is kind of cool. You know, the D with the C and the star. That's fine. That's whatever. But I don't dig the rest of it. And I don't dig that, what was it? I believe it was game 3 where they, oh boy, fucking stomped a mud hole practically in the dude in the Battlehawks. I want to say it was the 4th quarter. Anyway, he got suspended, whatever. I shouldn't hold it against the whole team, but fuck them. I don't care.
Dude, and on the south half, it was Houston Roughnecks versus the Arlington Renegades. We almost had the Roughnecks, but they lost like 11-26.
It was so weird.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and this is you know, obviously because we both get this joke, a lot of people out there will get this humor, and I'm so sorry if Lauren from the Beard Owl podcast happens to catch this episode.
God. Okay.
My girl is a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. Hold up. We were going for the Vegas Vipers. We picked that team as our number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Your boys picked the Dallas Cowboys of the XFL, and ironically, the fucking Dallas/Arlington team went to the fucking thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Vipers, the coolest fucking, particularly the away uniform, coolest shit I've ever seen on a football team. I love it. Everything about them screams like something that I would have wanted to make myself.
Same.
Houston Roughnecks have a soft spot with me because number 1, the Oilers aesthetic. But also just in general, you know, I went to a game of theirs with a group of my buddies, the same one that you were supposed to go to.
Yep.
And we all kind of made the pact of like, look, we can all have our quote singular favorite team, but as a group, we all have to root for Houston. Because it was just an instant core memory.
For sure. But at the same time, Houston is our pseudo backyard, if you will.
Yeah, it's the closest to home.
Yeah, we're 2 hours outside of Houston, so damn near any Houston team, like be it fucking the Texans, Rockets, you know, whatever it is, we're gonna fucking root for them.
Yeah, the Astros.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god,
we don't even have a baseball team.
No, and Astros they're basically our fucking baseball team.
Yeah.
So any fucking way, it wound up being DC against Arlington in the fucking championship game. Getting to the arena, it was at the Alamodome. I swear on everything, that was probably the most straightforward drive anywhere, because normally if you go somewhere, you're taking like this exit, that exit, whatever the fuck. No, you stay on Interstate 10 pretty much the whole fucking way there until you take the exit for the fucking stadium.
It was fucking weird only because like you hear these horror stories about Houston traffic and that's almost a 6-hour drive, you know, yeah, that's insane, blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, like that was actually very simple. I don't know if it's just that we had extremely good luck.
We had weather on the way. That's
Fair
the thing
enough.
is we had fucking rain on the way there in Houston proper. We got fucking shat all over by a heavy torrential downpour to the point that like people were fucking sliding across traffic at one point. I saw a couple people hydroplane.
Yeah, you were more observant than I am.
It's okay, dude.
I was just vibing.
Oh, it's all. I mean, I was vibing too, but I was just like, dude, like we were fucking jamming out to music, and I just saw a car go, like, and I was like, oh, there they go. They didn't even mean to take the exit they took, but they slid into it and just went with it.
I was too busy jamming to fucking Ozzy.
Oh God, we listened to so much fucking like metal on the way there, dude. It was fucking great, and on the way back too, just so much fucking metal. And I think that's why I was kind of like, I'm glad nobody got hurt when that one car fucking slid into the exit, but I had to laugh at the way it just like they didn't even mean to take the exit and they just fucking slid into it. I was like, well, I guess that's where they're going now.
God damn, dude.
And
there goes one sponsor.
I was just wondering why the sponsor would leave over me laughing at somebody sliding into an exit.
Because I could have died.
Well, they didn't, so
fair enough.
Yeah. So all the BUCEE'S stops. I love that in Baytown, Texas, it's the biggest one, like on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And the BUCEE'S gets smaller as you get to San Antonio. Like the second one, I was like, all right, it's not as big, but it's pretty sizable. And then we get to the other one, and it's just like a regular ass gas station with the BUCEE'S logo slapped on it. I'm like, where the fuck is like, where's the tourism? Like, what the fuck? Like the first one we stopped at, there was a whole ass person in a beaver costume.
Yeah.
Like ready to take. That's the thing. We were going to go take I forgot about this. We were going to go take a picture with the beaver. That sounds really fucked up. I like to say like that, but it's true. We were going to go take a picture with this giant juicy beaver in a fucking shirt.
But no pants.
No pants at all. Just a t-shirt and a hat.
It was Daffy Ducking.
It definitely was. So generally speaking, when somebody is in the costume, they have like a person that kind of like escorts it around to where if somebody's by themselves or whatever, or they have like their kids and they want a picture taken, like the hostess or whatever like terminology they use for that person will take the photo or whatever. We're walking up, like getting ready, and then this mom just comes rolling up to ask the lady if she's seen a little kid, that she lost her kid in the fucking BUCEE'S, and I'm just like, holy shit, like you got your, like, I'm not even shitting you, the other kid is on a leash. I fucking wish I was making this up. You know those child leashes they make? The other kid was on a leash. The one was in the stroller. And I'm like, so the other one wasn't on a leash? Like, what the fuck, dude?
The one that you trusted the most.
Right. The one that you were just like, all right, the day is the day. You don't have to hold my hand. Like, you don't have to do shit. And the kid was like, actually like a couple rows behind the mom in the candy aisle. Dude, that's where the kid was.
I didn't even know that.
I did. Yeah. I was looking because she was like, oh, we'll find her. And then like I looked and then she fucking turns around. And she's like, there you are. And I'm like, kid was just fucking trying to get some beaver nuggets, bro. The kid ain't lost. The kid's just lost in the sauce in the candy aisle.
Dude, what's bad is like that BUCEE'S was fucking packed at that hour.
It's always packed, but like this was like
extreme.
This was extreme football league packed. Dude, it was fucking like,
look. That kid is lucky, for real.
Yeah.
And then again, you know what? A BUCEE'S employee is probably going to listen to this and have like a million different corrections here for this statement. But
yep.
I feel like BUCEE'S clientele is not sketchy. You're not going to get the same people that you get at like a Southern Circle K or something.
Right.
Or a Chevron in the middle of Poche or something.
Yeah, you're not getting, no, fuck no. In fact, they don't even allow truck drivers there or like truck rigs there.
I just feel like after having said that, somebody is going to get in the comments and be like, actually, let me tell you a couple of personal stories about this guy or that guy. The vast majority, I feel like, are kind of clean.
I mean, I would like to think so because our friends in From the Middle have talked about this before. And it's the truth. Like, if anybody has never been to a BUCEE'S, They have the cleanest bathrooms ever. And
Oh,
and it's the reason to stop at a Buc-ee's. If you got to take a shit, like, bro, you ain't hovering.
No.
You're sitting like a king on that fucking thing, man. Because they be cleaning that shit all the time.
You don't even have to, like, put the layer of toilet paper around the bowl.
Right? They like, Buc-ee's is so confident. They don't even offer that.
No.
You walk into a fully, like, closed off stall, and you're just like, I'm going to take my time in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And tell you what was fucking hilarious, though, at the second Buc-ee's we went to, the bathroom, you know how they have, like, the vacancy, like, tag on the lock?
And everything.
That one has a whole ass lighting system. And I'm glad we did, I'm glad we had all of our trips, like, nice, and like, our trip was, like, nice and planned out with these stops, right? Because once we got to the Alamodome, let's get to that, because,
somebody give me a beer.
dude, look, as soon as we roll into this motherfucker, I've never been to a football game like this in my life. This was actually my first, like, sports event as, like, at a football game of any sort.
Even high school.
Yeah, dude, I never went to
Damn.
that shit. No, fuck no.
I didn't either, but it's just like you grew up in a different time, so I just assume that was a very, like, social thing.
Well, no, it was. I just didn't go. I just didn't care for it. But going here, as soon as we parked, just immediately, dude over to the right of us was like, "Want a beer?" Fuck yeah, I want a beer. You ain't got to ask me twice, dude.
Yeah, because I have this pre and post game tradition where I smoke a fat cigar, or preferably a wood tip black and mild. Don't ask me why. I feel like it's right. And whenever I do that, for some reason, it's happened at an XFL game. It has happened at a Chicago White Sox game. I know it's happened at a third event. I just can't remember. But somebody offers me a beer while they're tailgating.
And that is about to become a new tradition.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm kicking myself, though. But to be fair, I couldn't find it. At the Alamodome, they have the Brahma's sponsored fucking alcohol drinks. Did you see people walking around with them?
With the Terramana?
No,
or was it the actual Brahma's, like,
yeah,
drink?
It was some kind of beverage in a can.
I didn't see that.
It's even on the Brahma's Instagram, so I couldn't find it, though. I don't know where it was. And, dude, I was trying to be in and out of the bathroom and all that stuff.
Same. I didn't want to miss anything.
Exactly. So I wasn't going to be like, hey, where'd you get that? And they tell me it's on the other side of the fucking stadium. Like, no. But either way, they always give me a fucking beer.
Dude, that's another thing I was going to say. Like, once we got in the venue, it was funny, like, leading up to going inside, quick side quest here. A fuckload of DC Defenders fans were literally in a giant group with the beer snake marching to the front of the fucking Alamodome.
And they got pissed whenever they said no beer snake during the game.
I'm pretty positive that's what cost them the match.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then that one dude that started throwing a couple of lemons and then ran.
Oh, dude, yeah, he fucking hauled. I bet he got caught, but he fucking tried to make a break for it.
Dude, that shit was fucking hilarious because my mans went up to the fucking main guardrail in the dead center, threw like 3 or 4 lemons, and ran back down the stairs.
Hauled serious ass. I was going to say something about the food, too. Like, I noticed something different about this than I've noticed at damn near any other, like, concert or sporting event. The food was fairly priced. I was very surprised at how...
$6 for a Chicago dog.
Yeah, and normally, like, a hot dog at a... And now, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there that's been to, like, an Astros game or if you've been in any other sporting events, but, like, typically I find that, like, even something like a hot dog is closer to like $8 or $9.
Yeah.
How much was the Pepsi?
I want to say...
It was like $2 or something? Like,
yeah, it was something like that.
Which is not bad because I've seen vending machines charge like $2.75, $3 for a 20 ounce.
Dude,
and I'm
it
like,
was extremely fair. I was like, what the fuck?
I know. I was like, man. I'm talking like a big fucking pretzel. You have to like double hand that motherfucker to keep it from falling apart. Was like $6 with the fucking beer cheese dip. And I'm like, God damn, that's cheap for a big fucking bread pretzel.
I know. Like, the whole fucking trip, honestly, like...
I was expecting to spend way more than I did.
Not only that, but, dude, without a hitch. Like...
Yeah.
the whole trip was great.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the game itself because, God damn it, I don't know what I enjoyed more, watching our team spank that ass or watching that team's fans lose their fucking souls through their goddamn assholes.
Dude, that shit was fire.
Yes, it was. You're listening to the Super Media Bros on the OddPods Media Network. Please check out some friends of ours, and then buy some wonderful products from our sponsor. We'll be right back. This summer, ensure that your body is ready for the wild with a game-changing full body grooming and hygiene product. Don't be the guy at the beach with Austin Powers chest hair. And if you grew some winter man tits, the least you can do is make sure that they're hairless. It's time to get ready for hot guy summer with Manscaped, the leader in body grooming. Hi, Richie here from Super Media Bros. Did you know that you can get 20% off and free shipping by using our code SUPER at manscaped.com? Yeah, 20% off and free shipping. It's pretty rad. Manscaped is dedicated to helping you increase your confidence and leveling up your full body grooming game with the Performance Package 4.0. The kit comes with the Essential Lawnmower 4.0. It's a waterproof cordless body trimmer and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. So whether you're trimming your chest or the treasure chest in your pants, this is the best trimmer on the market. Their trimmer features a ceramic blade designed to cut hair on loose skin and reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. Inside the Performance Package, you're also going to find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner. It's an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer because we know how painful chafing can be when you're wearing your bathing suit all day. And no one likes nose hairs, so the package also comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0. You're also getting 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value add, and the patented Manscaped Boxers. If you're wearing sandals, you need to get the Manscaped Shears 2.0 Nail Kit. You really don't want to look like Fred Flintstone, trust me. So having the right tools for grooming is essential, and you can do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job by going to manscaped.com and getting 20% off your entire order plus free shipping with our code SUPER. Again, that's 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. Trim your chesticles with the besticles from Manscaped.
Hi, I'm Shannon.
I'm Jamie.
We're Married with Television, marriedwithtv.com. We are a couple of Hollywood normies on the outskirts of the film and TV industry, and we talk about our favorite TV shows, music, and movies, and sometimes they talk back to us.
Sometimes they do.
Our podcast is Married with Television, one word, on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud.
Possibly Amazon soon. And we are a proud member of the OddPods Media Network.
Married with TV.
MarriedWithTV.com.
It's your boys, and we're back with the goddamn XFL championship game from 2023. Let's go. Arlington Renegades versus the DC Defenders. Look, if we were betting men, we would have lost our asses. Going for whatever team we were like, okay, this is the team that's going to win as opposed to who we want to win. But I will tell you, and Devin will fucking attest to this, I was very bullheaded about, nope, fuck that, Renegades all the way.
Oh, yeah, like, we definitely had a preference, especially me, because, like I said, if there's only one team in the entire league that I'm like, I don't like you, and it is DC, which is so weird because it's my initials and the color scheme is red and white, and red's my favorite color.
They've given you the reasons to love them.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't.
Right.
I don't understand it myself. And with the Renegades, I'm not going to like jump on any bandwagon. There are 3 Texas teams in the league, and I would say that by default, Arlington is number 3. You know, so it's not like I'm like sucking their dicks or anything, but it's just like, no, I'm going to have a team to root for. I'm not going to just sit there on my hands and be like, I just hope they both have fun.
Right? And I want to throw something at you because, like, we were there, okay? Like, obviously, we were physically fucking there. Is it just me? This all leads together.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or it's a big arena, but did it look that big on the inside, honestly?
No, but not in a bad way. It was just like damn.
It ain't as big as it should be looking. I bet you anything it's because there weren't like floor seats for a concert. I guarantee if it was like a concert seating, it would have looked bigger.
Yeah.
But the Alamodome holds 64,000 seats in the son of a bitch. Guess what the attendance was at this?
22 something.
Yeah, like it didn't feel like there were 22,000 was there. And I wonder if they're counting like team people and like press and shit.
They're not going to do that. What I think it is like, for one, you have to realize none of the XFL stadiums that they rent out, they do the top nosebleeds and all that.
Right. They are all tarped off and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a nosebleed price reason, like they want all of their fans engaged. I don't know if it's that, or I'm not sure. Because you would think if you're going to rent out the Alamodome, you want Alamodome sales? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it pays for itself at the end of the day. The tickets were very fairly priced. So.
Oh, yeah. But I'll say this, though. One of the beautiful things about the XFL is that there are no filthy casuals. So
it's nothing but diehards, bro.
Yeah, if there's 22,000, you got 22,000 loud-ass motherfuckers.
And it was fucking loud. And it was amazing. I don't know how it translated on television because obviously, like, it's a different atmosphere hearing it mic'd up as opposed to being there. But I can tell you this. So the DC Defenders were coming in. What was it, like a 9-1 record?
Yes.
And then Renegades came in with a 4-6 record. Like, they had 4 wins and 6 losses. Like, there's no fucking way that the Renegades should have even been here, but they are here. So naturally, it's like, okay, they made it this far, they got to fucking win. At no point during this entire fucking game did DC ever have, like, the up on them.
No.
They were underscored the whole fucking time.
And I've seen that in the XFL. And to clarify to some people, though, the whole reason the Renegades even made it to the fucking playoffs itself.
Was it the seed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Houston played a bad game. You know, they swapped out quarterbacks, and Silver's, like, you could argue is not a good quarterback. You could argue that he is, you know, whatever, you know, like we can all play armchair coach, you know, because some people are like, yeah, he played like 2 plays and then they swapped him out. True, but also look at the other games that he's played. I don't know. I don't know what the coach was thinking, but I know that it didn't come out in Houston's favor. And so this team got there. Being led by Luis Perez, who was a Vegas quarterback.
Yep.
And they traded his ass halfway through the season. So you have a game that people felt didn't deserve to be there, led by a guy that, quote, nobody wanted.
It's like the ultimate Cinderella story, dude.
And that's exactly what I told all my friends. I was like, this is why we love sports, dude. Like, even though, like, it's not even close to my favorite team, this was fucking great.
Yeah, to see something like this happen. And then even, like, Dwayne and Danny and everybody that's involved with the XFL being like, this is literally a league to give people a second chance, third chance, fourth chance even at their fucking dreams. As of this recording, there's quite a few people from various teams that are actually being contracted by the National Football League at this point because they're taking notice. And that's a good thing because now you got to think about people that didn't go to a fucking pro league from college. Now, if they go to the XFL, this is also like, again, a second chance where it's like, okay, there's more eyes on the product from, you know, higher ups. Like it's possible that this happens now. But the fucking game, oh my God, dude. There was a couple times where like DC was like, it's almost like they were just like, you know what? We can't look this bad. We got to give our fans something to hope for. And we got to look like we're not losing our asses completely, because at one point the score was like, it was double to single digit.
Yes.
Was it like 20-6 or something at one point?
Yes. Going into the third quarter, it was 20-6, which was, you were like, oh, dude, it's already ball game, which you're right, but not at the same point, because I've reminded you of
There's so much shit that could happen.
Dude, the Battlehawks game, in the game against the Brahmas, they were like, I want to say down 15-3, and they got up to 18-15 and won the whole damn thing in a minute and a half. Like, because I warned you about the 4th and 15th, the conversions. It's a very fast-paced rendition of football, so it's like, a lot can fucking happen in 2 minutes, let alone the second half.
Yeah, because like to let y'all know, as far as what Devin just said about how like quickly paced it is, this is not including, because we had at one point an injury on the field right before halftime that took probably 20 minutes to kind of get cleared off.
Something like that, yeah. And I
then,
feel so bad because I didn't realize that it was an injury. I thought they were
just fucking around.
Yeah, I thought it was a timeout and they were just vibing, and I was like, can we get on with it? Like, the fuck are you guys doing?
Right. And like,
I completely missed the announcement.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Okay, like I'll get to this other point in a second, but like, okay, so that was maybe like 15, 20 minutes happening. And then halftime was half an hour, I think.
No, it was only like 10 minutes.
That was really it? I thought
Yeah.
the halftime was like fucking like a half hour. I guess it probably because of the injury. The whole thing was probably like actually a half hour, but even still, like kickoff was at 7:00 and the game was over at like 10:15, and then like excluding the post match scrum with, you know, the MVP award and all that shit. Like we wound up getting out of there at like 10:45.
But I wanted to see the whole fucking thing.
Same. And it was like, but the game itself lasted like a little over 3 hours.
Yes.
And yes, it's very fast paced and the rules are a little bit different. And because of these rules, it makes for a much more exciting and evenly matched ball game every time. Because the few times that DC got their touchdowns, it was like by the skin of their ass on a couple of them. And hell, even our guys had a lot of fucking touchdowns because of interceptions. And then, dude, like I think in the first half of the game, DC had like 3 injuries.
It was a lot, dude.
There was one dude that got injured on the first fucking play.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, what a heartbreaker for the guy. And they were all like starting players too. So it's like, fuck. You know, like they realistically looking at it from that angle, it's like, dude, you almost have to feel bad for DC. Like that was pretty rough.
They played their asses off. Like, I'm not saying that, like, oh, DC fucking sucks. Like, they definitely played their asses off, dude. And they gave us a challenge at the ass end of this motherfucker.
DC, whether I like it or not, is the best team in the league.
They are. And just the better team won that night. And that's all there is to it. And
they had an off night. I mean, shit. DC's one loss in the regular
season. To the fucking goddamn Guardians, bro.
Yeah, like, dude, that shit happens. Like, you playing a sloppy game doesn't equate to you being a sloppy team.
It's just a shit night. Everybody has one.
Yeah.
But I will say this. When we sat at first, we were in the wrong section because the fucking ticket usher pointed us to the wrong section. So we were actually surrounded by a shit ton of DC fans at first. But then when we moved and got to the correct seats, we were surrounded by a bunch of Renegades fans. And to my right, there was a gentleman who was... you know, it looked like he might have blown some life savings to come here from DC. I couldn't be too positive, but the man looked at it. The look in his eyes when his team was losing, he was just like, I drove here for this, or I flew here for this. And the gentleman to the back left of you was having the exact same experience. Everybody around us was like fucking cheering, and these two men looked like their soul was being sucked out of their asshole by Shang Tsung himself.
And then I had to be an asshole, and whenever the game ended, I said, dude, imagine traveling from Washington, D.C. all the way to San Antonio just to see your team get fucked.
I know, I was saying kind of the same shit, like when we were leaving, I was like, man, imagine coming here from D.C. just to fucking lose, you know, just being such a shit about it. And it wasn't even me being like poor sportsman, it was just me, I was just being a shit about it. And I was like, God, I would have actually said the same thing if we lost. I'd be like, man, imagine driving here from Lake Charles just to see this bitch lose. Like,
yeah,
what the
like,
fuck?
Dude, if the next championship is in fucking Vegas and it's the Vipers playing, like if they completely turn it around next season.
Right. I want to go.
Oh, yeah.
That's the minutes in Vegas. I want to fucking go.
Now they need to get a different stadium because fuck that.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that thing?
It's like a high school football stadium, honestly.
It's fucking terrible.
It's like a practice field.
Dude, it's so bad.
I'm sorry. I love that. And that's our team, but it looks embarrassing as fuck to put on ESPN, dude.
And I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because they were the last team in the league to get a field.
Bro, that's like being
it was the skin of their teeth before the season even started.
It's like being picked last in kickball.
Yeah, dude, like it was fucking bad. Like
God.
I kept thinking, are they going to postpone this shit because they they still don't have a fucking field.
Right. It's like they fucking freshly laid the dirt and the paint out when they had their first game. It was like, like the dude was still on the field spraying the numbers on the fucking thing.
It was awful. Everything else, presentation-wise, is pristine. Anyway.
Back to the dudes that were losing.
Yes. That made me happy.
Yeah. The two seats that were literally to the left of us, like, they didn't show up, so we kind of scooted one over to give like some buffer room so the dude could like. I felt bad because I knew the dude needed to breathe and he needed to lean on the fucking arm of the chair because he was just, his soul needed support as much as possible, as much as his left arm could give him. Look, the two gentlemen to either side of us were just radiating Monster Energy Kyle energy, like straight up. It was just like Drywall Darrell sitting next to me. Not director Darrell Smith. Drywall Darrell. Pissed off in his DC jersey sitting next to me. Baby punching Bill to your left.
See, I was going to go with like Chandler or Garrett or fucking maybe Travis, Dustin. Any one of those names, I am convinced he would have answered to.
Beer Cooler Kevin.
Ooh, yeah.
Beer Cooler Kevin's
That's dirty.
Yeah, sitting next to you. Bruh, look. So they fucking lose their asses. The score is 35-26. Our team just, it was a close game towards the end, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Our team stomped a mud hole in their asses. They really fucking did. They really fucking did. It was kind of brutal to watch, honestly. Like, if I was a DC fan, I would have cried.
Yeah, like it was painful, but at the same point, like, dude, I was just having such, and not even being facetious with DC, like, I'm just saying, like, the XFL atmosphere is so much fun. Like, I don't know, I was just having a great time just being there.
Fuck yeah, same. I'm excited to see what the 2024 season is going to look like, honestly, just because I know they talked about expansion in 25.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Do you know the reasoning behind that? Is that to do with like any contracts that they may have? Like, what's the deal?
I would like to think that it's because they want to get a couple of seasons under their belt before they're like, we're going to go ahead and expand, because I feel like too much too soon would be like the downfall.
Yeah, that is true.
You got to make sure people are going to actually come back for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely going. Dude, I'm getting season passes next year. I don't care.
Shit, yeah, man.
Well, shit, the season passes,
they're not expensive.
For Houston, it starts off at 50, and I'm like, well, for one ticket was like 22 where I was.
It pays for itself at that point.
Yeah.
You're basically going to games for free.
Yeah, like, fuck it. Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
Even if you go to three games. Yeah. You got one of them that was at least half off.
That's it.
Plus, like, I just love how they play. Like, they're very rough, but they all come off very hungry.
That's why I like it, though. They fucking want that shit.
Yeah, like, I can't recall, like, a single game where I was like, y'all are fucking lazy.
Either way, dude, I had a blast doing this. Hopefully the game is close enough to drive to again next year. I would love to go back to another championship game, depending on, and I say depending on, like, it doesn't really matter who's in the game. I'd love to go, but
yeah,
I'm still going to be trying to root for the Vipers to go hopefully all the way next year. I really hope they get their shit together and get a new coach and like some people that actually want to fucking be there.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
It was a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, but really and truly, Vipers, unfortunately, was like just based off of the whole like field situation. Before the first play ever happened, they were kind of the laughing stock.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's depressing, but hey, we're still on the train though.
Yeah, that's it. I'm telling you. But yeah, the XFL championship was a blast. The Rock was there. We got to hear him fucking talk a little bit, but it was really funny how much of a backseat he took for the most part, which is, good on him.
Oh,
really.
yeah.
But came out and presented the MVP trophy to Luis Perez, which I was like, fuck yeah, dude. The guy fucking totally earned that shit. What a fucking Cinderella story, dude. And the Arlington Renegades finish out as the champions of the season with a fucking 4-6 record. Holy shit. Visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Check out all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media. Buy some merch from our merch store.
Yeah.
Leave us a rating and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, GoodPods, and Podchaser.
Buy some XFL merch.
Hell yeah, buy some XFL merch.
Support them. I want to see more.
Big same. Let's get the hell out of here, dude.
I bet.
Thanks for hanging out with us and, vibing with us as we talked about the 2023 XFL Championship match. Come back next week for more fun shit from us. And be nice to each other out there. We don't say that enough. Be fucking nice to each other.
Yeah.
Shit.
Fuckers.
Yeah. Be nice to each other, fuckers. Life is short. So until next week, I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.